What is up, guys? It's bluesfpl and welcome back to another fantasy Premier League video on my channel. Today I'll be going over my GW29 team selection. If you're new to this channel, if you enjoy the videos, subscribe. If you enjoyed this one specifically, leave a like, and if you have any questions about your own team, comment down below. Alright, so let's get started. So I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks, so I would like to go over my game weeks previous to this. So I triple captained Harry Kane in this game week. This is game week 26. I did get over the average points, and I do believe I went up in rank. I might have went down in rank actually. But yeah, so there's my team for there. I did bring in Barnes, and he got injured. The next game week, this is my team. I announce all my teams on Twitter. Even if I can't upload, so you guys can follow me down in the description. There should be a link at bluesfpl. So here's my team. I brought in Son and Lingard this game week. I dropped down in points because I only got a little bit over the average. And then here's this game week. So right now I'm around 40k. Not exactly where I wanted to be. My highest was about 25k, I think, or 27k, 26k, something like that. Obviously I want to be there. I want to get the top 10k finish this season. It's not looking too great. I only have the wildcard chip left, and I'm 40 points behind the top 10k currently, but things can change, and we know this. So if you look at my team, this game week I brought in Veltman. Now I was going to bring in Dunk, and of course Dunk scored, and probably looks like the better option now. I was convinced by Twitter. I made a poll, and majority of people said to get Veltman. There's this whole Twitter hype about getting Veltman. Now that their left wing back, I forgot what his name was. Now that he might be injured. He might still play, but he might be injured. And if he doesn't play, then Veltman becomes a third center back. So basically, he's useless. If that's the plan with the 3 center backs. So hopefully that doesn't happen, and Veltman plays right wing back. It'd be really good. Brighton actually did win. They scored more than 1 goal. They won 2-1. This isn't too bad, but defensively, I mean, I had to get a defender this week. I got rid of Lowton, and of course didn't expect Dallas to return. So yeah, that's my justification for getting Veltman. I just got him the week before, and obviously Burnley conceded. So to start off, Aston Villa against Newcastle, very last kick of the game, Martinez actually conceded a goal, and so I was going to get a Brighton defender, but I was also thinking about Aston Villa. Now obviously the only Aston Villa defender I really tried to get was Target, maybe Konza, but I think Target's probably the best one, even though Konza's been having some pretty good chances lately. Target actually crossed the ball to Watkins, and Watkins took a shot. Thank goodness it was deflected, and it went in. So Target could have got an assist, and then in the last minute, Martinez conceded a goal. I think the assist or the goal was by Murphy. This happened so long ago, I don't really remember that much. So yeah, very last kick of the game, I was actually kind of happy because imagine not getting Target. I would have lost out on 13 plus points because he was on 3 bonus as well, and Martinez was a bonus as well. I do have Martinez, but so many people own him, and it doesn't really matter. The 2 save defenders this week, Cancel actually returned. He got an assist from a free kick, and John Stones scored the free kick. So at least it's nice with John Stones there. With Diaz, it's just that safety he's always going to play, and then if you have John Stones and Cancel, there's a chance, we've already seen it before, that they both don't play. Because Laporte can play, Diaz can play, and then they can have Walker at right back and Zinchenko or Mendy at left back, probably Zinchenko. And that way they both don't play. So I was kind of forced into this move a long time ago, but I got Stones and Diaz. Safety for Diaz. If Diaz isn't going to play, Stones is definitely going to play. Unless they're going to play Ake and Laporte are both left-footed, probably not going to happen. So at least one guaranteed City player. Usually Diaz is always guaranteed. So I just like to have that safety there. Now Soufal actually conceded against United. West Ham played really well, but it was an own goal by Dawson, I believe it was, or something like that. So On another day, it's 0-0. Man United didn't play that well, which I kind of expected. Yeah, and then at the very end, West Ham actually tried to attack, and they did look pretty decent, but it was evident without Jesse Lingard, who obviously couldn't play because he was on loan. It was just evident that they're just not as good. All my midfielders blinked. Gundogan actually didn't play because he got rested for the Champions League game, which is justifiable. Son actually got injured in the 18th minute, or probably before then he got subbed off in the 18th minute. Doesn't look good. However, I'll talk about him when I'm looking at transfers. Solid captaincy. He was the last player to play for my team. I really thought, since all the major hitters, you could say, blinked. So Salah actually scored, but it was offsides, and I would partially blame that on Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He could have easily gave him a ball much quicker. Salah also gave a perfect ball to Mane, who could have just easily chipped the goalie, and Mane messed up. So Salah could have had an assist, a goal, but overall he didn't look as threatening. I'm really trying to get rid of him this week, to be honest. Rafinha against Chelsea, didn't expect much. I actually did start him. He was on my bench, but he came off for Gundogan. Bamford, he got injured, but it does look like it's only a dead leg, and Bielsa did say he's fine, so that's good. Only played 34 minutes and got another 1 point, so there's some big injuries related to hamstrings. Bamford's wasn't, but Son's was. Burn was that Brighton left wing back I was talking about before. I just think that this fixture congestion, now there's going to be an international break after this small blank game week. I think there needs to be way more time between games, because right now their games are every 3 days. It's a little bit ridiculous, and the players that play all the time, the starting 11s, you can see they're getting injured. So I think the Premier League have to sort that out, but that's for next season. Right now they have to focus on just playing all the fixtures, all the games, making sure that they fit the whole schedule in for the Euros in time, and then the World Cup will be in the winter. Harry Kane blinked. Overall, Spurs just didn't look good after Son left. Towards the end, I think he hit the post. If I say that. And then I think he scored as well, but it was ruled offsides or something like that. So at the end, he looked a little bit better, but overall in that entire game, he looked bad. And I'm kind of happy I switched to Salah captaincy the last minute because he got more points. So yeah, follow me on Twitter. I'll always show my team. Then DCL got 6 points. Actually kind of surprising, because in the last 4 games where I've actually I thought that he was going to score. Liverpool, Southampton, West Brom, Chelsea, no. But those 3 games, I thought he was going to really actually return. And it seemed like Ancelotti actually just focused more on Richarlison and tried to get more out of Richarlison instead of Calvert-Lewin. But good in this game. They lost. That's good for me as a Chelsea fan. And they actually scored against Burnley, which justifies my reasoning for getting rid of Lowton. So that's pretty good. My bench, Dallas was surprising. The one good thing about Dallas for the next game week is that he actually did play midfield, so that's great. I have no idea why he was starting left back for like the last 4 game weeks. Didn't make any sense. Dallas is a much better player when he plays in midfield, especially towards FPL, because he just goes up, and he's one of their best players on that team. And overall in Leeds, I feel like they've better defensively. They're better with Alioski, and also Dallas is one of their best midfielders. So I would even say their best midfielder if you're talking about like central. So yeah, so this is my game week, and then let's get into my team. So this time for this game week, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bamford will be probably playing. I don't expect Son to play. So I have 8 players and 1 free transfer. Obviously, I used my Veltman transfer, which I kind of regret now. I wish I kind of got Dunk, but I'm just going to have him for another week, and hopefully Dunk doesn't score, and hopefully Veltman returns. So the players I'm looking to get rid of, I'm not really looking to get rid of Calvert-Lewin. I'll show you my Excel sheet after this. He plays Crystal Palace, so he was supposed to have a double game week, which can't be in game week 30 now. There's a limited chance it can be in 31. It's looking like it's either going to be 32, 35, or 37. Follow Ben Crellin on Twitter. He always talks about these things. So, even with that, I still think I'm going to keep him just because if I'm going to wildcard in Game Week 31, that Palace fixture is just too good right now. So, I'll probably keep him. And the player I'm going to get rid of is Salah. Now, yes, I could get rid of Son. He's injured. And he's probably not going to play this game. But there's an international break, and that's like 2 weeks off, and then he plays Newcastle. So, by the looks of it, it doesn't look like he has that bad of an injury. And if he does come back and play Newcastle, there's no point of getting rid of him right now. So, I think I'm going to keep Son. There's always that chance that he does play. Maybe he comes off the bench. Who knows? So I'm going to get rid of Salah, and obviously I'm benching the 3 City guys just for the aesthetic, for the looks. You can bench whoever you want. So I'm getting rid of Salah. Now, obviously when you transfer out Salah, I already have this much money in the bank, and transfer out Salah, you can get anybody, even if you don't have any money in the bank. Now, I didn't make a watch list on FPL, but if you look at my Microsoft Excel sheet, I'm looking to get rid of Salah, and here are the possible candidates. Now, it's not a great list. I already have Rafinha, a lot of people are looking at him. Lingard, a lot of people are looking at him. So, really, if you look at the fixtures, Arsenal play West Ham. Now, I'm going to keep this guy probably for Game Week 30 as well. So, I want somebody that plays and has decent fixtures for the next 2. From Arsenal, I think Saka's injured right now. There's Odegaard, but is he guaranteed to play? There's Emil Smith-Rowe, but then again, rotates with Odegaard, so there's a thing. There's Aubameyang. Now, Aubameyang didn't play the last Premier League game because of disciplinary reasons. Yeah, so he played in the Europa League game this week, or today actually, and he did miss some pretty good chances. He's expensive, and West Ham and Liverpool are not the best fixtures, especially Liverpool are playing a little bit better right now. But there's a chance he plays striker. I may go for him. We go to Aston Villa. Grealish. I think he might have a long-term injury, and Dean Smith just doesn't want to tell anybody. If Dean Smith doesn't say he's ready to play, there's no point of getting him, right? So, Grealish. Ideally, I'd like Grealish, obviously, but if he's just going to come back from an injury, even if he's fine, he's going to come back from the injury, and then what? So, yeah. I'm not really looking forward to this Grealish thing, so he's basically off the list. Brighton, there's Trossard. Then there's another thing. Do I want, 12 million, or what is it? It would be 9 million in the bank once I transfer out Salah? Fine, it's fine, I'm going to use a wild card anyway, but I mean, if we look at Trossard quickly, if we look at Trossard's stats, now a lot of people are looking at him, but this might just be the Twitter bubble. He scored against Southampton, but look, he hasn't returned in a long time. I don't know. He could obviously score, so there's that, but I don't know. I'd have to bench him for Game Week 30. I'm already going to have to bench Veltman unless I sell him. So that's just a weak bench for Game Week 30. So he's an option, but I don't know. Like I said, I'll post my team on Twitter. If you guys can follow me on there, you'll see. So, yeah, I think I'm going to have to decide this for tomorrow because there's just not many great options. Now, Fulham have Lookman, and Lookman plays Leeds. But Lookman, again, hasn't returned. Leeds, I have 3 players, can't get them. Newcastle, there's absolutely no midfielders I want. Tottenham I have Bale. So, Bale's an interesting one because he's been subbed. He didn't even start in the Europa League game, and he only played 60 minutes because they went to extra time, and they actually lost. So, maybe Bale's been gonna start now? I don't know. If Son's out, does that mean that Bale is guaranteed to play 90 minutes? No. So, I don't know. That's my problem here. And then West Ham, I already have Lingard, and there's nobody else. So, at least that I want. So, those are the 3 guys. It's basically just Aubameyang versus Bale because I don't think Grealish is going to be fit to play. And then there's another transfer. So I can take out Stones. Now, obviously, taking out a seed defender, not ideal, but what if he gets rotated? Stuff like that. I still think he's going to start in this game week just because he's going to have rest. But maybe because he got called up to England, maybe he won't get rest. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. So if I get rid of Stones, only player I'm looking at getting is Dunk. Now, obviously, this is a knee-jerk move, kind of, just because he scored last game week. But really, if you look at his stats, Newcastle were really bad at defending set pieces, and Dunk is really good in the air. So yeah, that take me to a full starting 11, and for a hit, it's probably justified. But even if he returns, that's just 2 extra points. I've heard a lot of people talk about how a -4 if you're getting rid of someone that doesn't play is a -2, but still -4. If he's not going to get the clean sheet, then it's not worth it. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. So, that's probably going to be something I decide tomorrow. Right now, I just don't really care about price rises. The price rise time already went or expired. So, yeah, that's all for you guys. I'll be back next week. I'll try to make some more videos, especially with the wild card coming up. I'm going to do some planning, and I'll make some wild card drafts. Alright guys, once again, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, and if you guys have any comments about your own team, I'll try to answer them in the morning. Alright guys, see you in the next video.